Hello, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Today we're going to be hopping into the all-out struggle stage of Super Battle Road that was just added to Global Dokkan not too long ago. I say new, but they've been out for a few weeks now. So this is a really fun stage I've found, in part because the team is very limited. How do I want to do this? Let's see. I want to stun Master Roshi. So we can do that there. We can have Goku and Frieza swing like that, and then we will also have Vegeta. Not give him any extra ki. We'll go like that. Swing into the Krillin spot. So, one of the problems I've been having with this team is that it felt very top heavy. As you can see, I have, I believe, 6 summonable LR units on this team. Oh, I accidentally got the Ultra Super with Roshi. That's bad. One of the boons of this team, however, is that it does have access to Master Roshi. Jeepers. It does have access to Master Roshi, who is one of the best free-to-play units, if not the best free-to-play unit in the game. The new Goku that comes out with version Z might be a little better, but I think Roshi's utility with his seal and his stun might just be too important to overlook when you're having a discussion about best unit in the game. So that's one of the sort of fun things about this stage. One of the sort of bad things is that the team building for this stage is kind of rough. Alright, let's see. We will go like that. Lower his attack there. We can get a full field for this Gohan. Hopefully take out Krillin. And then we can have this Gohan just follow up. One of the other big... Ooh, that was a lot of damage. One of the other big boons that this team has is that the leader is a unit that lowers attack, which just gives them a lot more viability throughout the stage while you're playing, especially with the extra attacks that they get. They're capable of double supering, which means that they take less damage, which I say right as they take about 1,000,000 damage. Okay, we might be dead. Gohan really needs to kill Krillin right here. Thank you. We're still probably dead. It's kind of unfortunate. One of the problems this team definitely has is that it has no slot 1 units whatsoever, which makes it very difficult to do to gauge how many items you might need. Oh, we lived. Okay. And we healed up a bunch with the Siblings Bond support memory. Very fitting with the Universal Survival Saga theme that I sort of have going on with the team here. That's one other thing good about this team, is that a lot of the units are from the Tournament of Power, which makes sense. But having a lot of Tournament of Power units allows us to... Ooh, I'll stop talking for this for a second. So, one of the good things about this team, as I was just saying, is that you do have access to units such as, or a lot of Tournament of Power units, which means that most of the units on the team do share a common key link. Not to mention all of the units on the team being LRs, although it is kind of annoying and it does make the team top heavy in terms of what you have to pull to be able to make this version of the team. It does mean that most of the units on the team also share legendary power. And then, since most of them are summonable, they also share Fierce Battle. So you have like a nice link trio going on that a decent number of the units on the team share. Having a common key link that gives 3 key on a team of LRs is also pretty important. You have a lot of characters on the team that lower attack or have like stunning utility. Like Master Roshi has the stun and seal utility. Both the Goku and Vegeta units, as well as Goku and Frieza, lower attack on attack and have built-in additionals, both from their sort of being a physical unit, but also just as part of their passive. They get the extra normals, which means that that part of their passive is more likely to proc. Let's pop this again, shall we? I'll talk over it this time. So with all the units that lower attack and defense, it makes it so that you, in these stages where you're only fighting 2 enemies, if you take one out quick, you can sort of neutralize the other one by stealing them or stunning them or lowering their attack, and it has a lot of utility options in it, which I like. Okay, despite the fact that we have that support memory alive and that healed us up a bunch, that actually puts me in like the perfect position to use a Princess Snake. And so I think we're gonna go like this. We're just gonna try and get Princess Snake out of here entirely. So let's go like that. Or not Princess Snake, Android 18, Android 17, sorry. We don't want Princess Snake out of here. Princess Snake is saving us. One of the boons of this Vegeta is that his damage reduction does stack with something like Princess Snake, but as you just saw, he still takes a ton of damage if he's not getting hit before he takes super attacks, which is just a real problem for him. If they had just made it so that he started out with 20% instead of 10%, he'd be like an infinitely better unit than he currently is. Or if he just like kept the damage reduction after he got hit, I don't really understand why they felt the need to not let him keep it. It would not have made him broken. He just would have been not as bad as, or he's not bad, but he is comparatively kind of underwhelming. Especially, he came out right beside UI Goku, who is the best unit in the game, or second best, maybe if you feel Frieza is a little bit stronger. But it's just kind of a bummer that they just gave him so many flaws in his kit, and he released this at a unit that basically has no flaws. His only real flaw being that if you get hit before he dodges, sometimes he'll take a little bit of damage if he's type disadvantage in strong content, and that's about it. Okay, so we can take out 17 there. Probably should have saved those for Go Frieza, but that's okay. We'll use a Whis here, and unfortunately we're gonna have to miss a super with Gohan. That's one of the bigger problems with this team, is that like the extra options that aren't on the Tournament of Power or Universal Survival Saga category that don't have the Tournament of Power link have problems making their way, or making themselves sort of useful on a rotation, because they don't share the common key link that the rest of the team shares. Another issue with this team is that there's no slot 1 unit. AGL Ultra Instinct UI Goku is not on the team, and that means that it is far more difficult, or that is an option that the team could have had that they don't have, which means that they don't really have a slot 1 option. Roshi's an okay slot 1 option. He does have a 30% chance to dodge, but sometimes you get lucky and this happens, and you can do something like this, swing like that, and then attempt to stun with Roshi. And that's sort of like an easy peasy rotation where everything just sort of lines up really easily. Vegeta can be a slot 1 unit, but the first fight of this Super Battle Road stage has a physical unit, which means that he can't really be put in slot 1 unless you just get like lucky and Krillin is attacking 4 times and he builds up his full damage reduction before Master Roshi hits him. But even if Krillin is attacking like 4 times right at the beginning, that probably means that you're going to get supered before you've built up your full defense passive, which is just a problem. That's not to say that he's a bad unit or that he can't be a slot 1 unit. It's just way easier. Maybe if your fight, like on this stage, you have Android 18 who's a tech type, so he has type advantage, which means that it's far more. We can't super there, but that should be okay because it lets us get our ultra super with Goku and Frieza. And then you can also super, hopefully taking out 18, moving on to the final round. This is a prime example of what I said earlier, where we took out the 1 unit, and now Android 18 is basically neutralized for the rest of the run. She's stunned right now. She's had her attack lowered like by 2 different units, 1 on each rotation, making it very difficult for her to even do damage, whether or not she's stunned. So that is one of the good things about this team, and this stage is not very difficult. This team makes it very easy. So here we have an int and an STR unit. Okay. how do I want to do this? Do I have any Ghost Ushers left? We are going to Ghost Usher. And I think if we can get that many orbs. Alright, we're going to have him go for Piccolo. That might be the wrong idea. Then we're going to have these two swing into the STR Gohan spot. That may have been the wrong move. Actually, it probably was. I think I should have lowered Gohan's attack with these guys. But we have type advantage, and it felt like maybe if we got lucky, we'd be able to take out most of Piccolo's health here. So let's see. We're getting a lot of... Oh, we're getting the crits on the additional normals, which is very important. It allows them to actually do damage with them. No additional super, though, which is kind of a bummer. Let's see. If Vegeta can, like, I don't know, double super, double crit, we'll get some good... No, he just did a single super. That's one of the problems with having him at 55%. Is, like, if you miss that additional super from his passive, you're in a really bad spot. Okay. Now we will attack Gohan like that. We'll do that. We will also do that, just to be safe. We will super at Gohan, and then we will try to stun Gohan. So, let's see. Ooh, that's really bad. I'm glad I stacked items, though. They still took 300k. Again, sorry, that was gross. I am feeling very under the weather today, so please forgive me. It looks like we can get the Dokkan attack next turn. Who's coming up on the next rotation? It's Vegeta, AGL Gohan, and one of the Goku and Vegeta units, I believe. We'll see who I want to get the Dokkan attack with. The Dokkan attack might be able to finish this stage off entirely, if we get lucky. I found that on a lot of these stages, the teams that you're running hit so hard that you sort of go through these stages fast enough where you're usually getting your Dokkan meter at the very end, which is in the third fight, which is exactly where you want it, really. You know, you've sort of used up a lot of your items, and you sort of need that extra help right there at the end. Let's see, though. They are a nuking unit, yes? Yes, they get extra attack and defense per key sphere obtained, but... What are we looking at defensively? I think this is the right call. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're just going to hope that he gets the crit that he needs. We'll attack there. And we'll attack there again. That may have been the wrong play. Oh, no. It was the right play. Okay. That super attack means that it was the right play. Stacking with the Whis damage reduction, he starts off with 50%. So he's pretty good in slot 1 under an item, which is nice. Most people aren't really playing for the no item runs. It might be fun to try, but I'm sure most people just want to play to try and beat the events. And so Vegeta's a lot better when you're using items, and can either inflate his defense with something like Android 8, or block some damage with Whis, or do both if that suits you. As we just did there, you saw him at over 200 and what was it, 225k defense under a Whis, like on the second turn of an Android 8. Like, again, that's a lot of artificial inflation, but if you're not playing for a no item run, then it's perfectly reasonable to think that you'd be in that situation. So in situations like that, he is a perfectly acceptable slot 1 unit. Alright. Gohan, huh? What do we got for defense? We're gonna go there, there, and there. I don't think we need to use an item. Super Saiyan Gohan up in the front shouldn't take too much damage, and then we can lower their attack, Gohan's attack twice with the units on the end. I think even if he supers with his attack lowered 3 times, we should be in a good spot. Or Gohan could just kill him. Gohan can just outright destroy this man for us for free. And that is the all-out struggle stage beaten. We did have to use quite a few items. These new Super Battle Road stages do hit very hard. I mean, we had over 500,000 health and we were still taking significant percentages of our health every turn. So anyway, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some more videos. I am working on getting the Legends videos out, but I'm having trouble finding an editing software that I can use. Anyway, thanks, and have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.